Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator for Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. And today we've got a video partially answering a question that we very commonly get asked. Medal of Honors. Surely Battleship New Jersey crew members received Medal of Honors, right? Yes and no, like every single other video I do. Before we go into that, there might be one of you who doesn't know what the Medal of Honor is. The Medal of Honor is the highest military award that the United States can give out. It was founded in 1861 by President Abraham Lincoln. Knowing that the Civil War had a very important maritime component, blockading the South was one of the core features of the Union victory during the Civil War, but also knowing that the Army was getting all the recognition for the war, the Medal of Honor was originally created as a naval decoration, and in May of that year, the Navy ordered the first batch of them from the Philadelphia Mint right across the river from where Battleship New Jersey is currently tied up. To date, about 3,500 have been awarded, with more than 1,000 of them awarded during the Civil War, and the remaining over 2,000 have been issued in the wars since then. While it was originally a naval award, all the branches of service are now eligible to receive it for acts of uncommon heroism. So, Battleship New Jersey BB-62, we are not aware of anybody who served on this ship earning a Medal of Honor. We don't know of anybody who earned a Medal of Honor and then was assigned to this ship. We don't know of anybody who was on this ship and then went on to earn a Medal of Honor. And we don't know anybody who earned a Medal of Honor while they served on board. We're pretty positive that if somebody did meet one of those three criteria, that we would know about them. So we don't believe that any Battleship New Jersey BB-62 sailors ever earned a Medal of Honor. In fact, we did some research and we've got a pretty good guess of who the most decorated Battleship New Jersey sailors likely are. If you'd like to see a video on that, let us know in the comment section down below. We might put that out next week. We'll need to do a little bit more research on that. Now, obviously, the new New Jersey, the submarine SSN 796, has only just been in service. And likewise, we don't believe that anybody's earned a Medal of Honor serving on her, given that she hasn't been in action yet. And we don't believe that anybody already with a Medal of Honor has been assigned to her crew. So that leaves one New Jersey, the battleship BB-16, that possibly had Medal of Honor recipients associated with her. And in fact, we have found 3 sailors from BB-16 who went on to earn Medal of Honors after their service on that ship. So it's the closest thing to a Medal of Honor connection to our New Jersey that we've found so far. The first of the 3 Battleship New Jersey sailors to go on to earn the Medal of Honor was Claude Jones, who would retire as an admiral. He earned the award back before World War I when he was just a lieutenant. He was the engineering officer on the armored cruiser Memphis. As was common with the American armored cruisers, Tennessee was conducting gunboat diplomacy in South America when she was lost in a storm. It's pretty remarkable because things like this that result in the loss of essentially what had been built as a capital ship occur. You usually see officers being fired, not given the nation's highest awards. But Claude Jones was almost able to successfully build up enough steam pressure to get the ship underway to survive the storm. And his citation says that given a few more lucky minutes, he would have been able to achieve that. Unable to, his personal efforts, though, came close to saving the ship, and when cold water mixed with the hot boilers and caused boiler explosions, he personally rescued several folks from the boiler room, and it was his efforts that saved much of the ship's engineering department as the ship was lost. Admiral Jones would go on to have an extremely successful career. His association with New Jersey was as a much more junior officer on the original battleship. The second Medal of Honor recipient associated with BB-16 was Guy Castle. After serving on New Jersey, he's transferred over to the newer dreadnought-type battleship Utah, and he, as a lieutenant, is given command of the landing force for Utah during the occupation of Veracruz in 1914, and he's awarded the Medal of Honor for his service at the Customs House. The Customs House was the whole reason why the United States was invading Veracruz. It's where some of the hottest fighting of the day was. Worried about an arms shipment being delivered to Mexico, the U.S. Navy set out an operation to occupy the waterfront of the town, especially the Customs House, to try and interdict that shipment before it could make it to the Mexican Army. Remember, during this time period, the United States is having an ongoing series of issues with the Mexican government and Mexican banditos such as Pancho Villa, who right around this same time is being chased around the American Western Territories, Texas, and northern Mexico by General Pershing's army. The Mexican army was originally told to defend Veracruz, then they received more orders from Mexico City telling them to evacuate. By the time they had gotten those orders, though, they had already distributed rifles to the prisoners in the military prison and to average civilians. So while much of the military withdrew, there was a large insurgency in the city between those former prisoners and just regular Mexican citizens, firing at the American landing force, which was comprised primarily of fleet marines and some of the sailors from these ships. Remember, our battleship New Jersey was also equipped to land landing forces, and this was something that was commonly done during the battleship era. Lieutenant Castle was leading the detachment from Utah that secured the Customs House and took part in some of the heaviest fighting of the day. The third and final Medal of Honor recipient associated with a New Jersey was, of course, Admiral Isaac Kidd. Kidd served on BB-16 during the cruise of the Great White Fleet, and then went on to be promoted to Admiral and to fly his flag from the battleship Arizona, the bridge of which he was on December 7th, 1941 during the Japanese attack. He was one of the 1,177 sailors lost when the battleship Arizona exploded. All three of these sailors had ships named after them, destroyers in all cases, and USS Kidd, of course, is a museum ship that you can visit. Well, one of the three USS Kidds. It's also the only one of those three that still has a namesake ship in active service. It is interesting, all three of the Medal of Honor recipients who served on board a USS New Jersey were on BB-16. They all served on her prior to World War I. They all went on to earn the Medal of Honor post their service on that ship. All of them were Naval Academy graduates, and all of them were officers. It is interesting that the Medal of Honor is often a posthumously awarded award, and two of the three Battleship New Jersey sailors earned it during their lifetime. It took a lot of research to track down individuals associated with USS New Jersey that had earned the Medal of Honor. If you can find anyone else, leave a comment down below or reach out to us at the museum. We'd love to hear about their story. Like we said, we aren't aware of anybody who earned it while serving on a USS New Jersey, which makes it far harder to track down people who earned the Medal of Honor who had earlier in their career or went on later in their career to serve on a USS New Jersey. So there could easily be other folks out there that we're not aware of. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to donate to the ongoing restoration work and research at Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial. You can also support us by liking, sharing, and subscribing so more people find out about the museum and our channel. Thanks for watching.